So, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
My name is Tashbulat of Kuduzbek, and today I'm going to be your practice examiner. So, this exam is going to be recorded for marking purposes. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, could you please tell me your full name?
My name is Abdul-Ghaffar Tashbulatov.
Okay, so in this first part, I'm going to give you some questions about yourself. So, do you work or study?
I work and study.
And where do you work?
I work at Emory Hospital as a pharmacy intern, and I also go to school at University of Georgia as a pharmacy student.
Okay, very good. So let's talk about news now. How often do you watch or read the news?
I try to avoid watching or reading news, but in this day and age, it's very hard to avoid watching news. It's all over the media is very vast, and on any network you can see news being promoted. So, and when the time comes, I do end up watching news.
Okay. So, what kind of news interests you the most?
I normally watch sports and political news, news that relate to the whole world and the condition, and at times, crime.
Okay, thank you. Have you ever been influenced by a news story?
I have, especially right now with the condition that's going on in Palestine. It's hard not to be involved in that and keep in touch with it, with what's going on. I think it's inhumane not to be in touch with that.
And how did it affect you?
It makes me very sad to see what's going on there, to see all the children being murdered, and it makes me weak to see that I cannot make a difference there, to not be involved in a way that I really want to be involved.
Okay, thank you. So let's now talk about pens and pencils. Do you prefer using pens or pencils?
I prefer using pencils because using pencils gives you advantage of erasing and correcting yourself. Normally when I take notes, I normally end up using pencils. But nowadays we have iPads, laptops, so I don't use it often, but when it's an important topic, I do end up using pencil to take notes.
Okay. And do you think people will still use pens and pencils in the future?
I sure hope so. I think it's very important. There's something about using pens and pencils that help people learn better, because every time you write something, not only you are writing it, but you are repeating it to yourself. So it reinforces what you are learning. So I think it's very important that we should keep this.
Okay. Do you think handwriting is important even in the digital age?
I think it is very important.
How?
Although nowadays in digital age we do have electronic pens and pencils that allow you to still write on iPads, for example, and it's basically the same concept except the information being stored on your device the way you want it to. So I think it's very important for us to keep this tradition.
Okay, so thank you. This is the end of the first part of our speaking test. Now we'll move on to the second part. I'll give